Hey guys, Delta here, and with this month marking the 10th anniversary of the original Killzone game, I felt it would be appropriate to sit down and make a little video talking about my history with this series of video games, because we kind of go a long way back, actually all the way back to 10 years ago, when the first time I saw Killzone was in one of the old PlayStation magazines. Actually, I had just started reading these, I think a couple issues before they featured Killzone in one of them. I can't remember the name of the magazine. I think it was Official US PlayStation Magazine or something like that. And if anyone remembers that magazine, they had the old demo discs with a bunch of usually 4 or 5 demos of different PS2 games, and then trailers and maybe some behind-the-scenes features that I absolutely loved. And that was the first place I saw a Helghast Soldier, and the first place I was introduced to Killzone. And it always seemed really cool to me, but I was 10 years old at the time, so I never got to play it. I wasn't allowed to play M-rated games at the time, which was disappointing, but, you know, that's the way things go, I suppose. When I first saw the trailer for Killzone 2 at E3 2005, I was absolutely blown away. I waited years for the PlayStation 3 after that, and for Killzone 2 especially, I was just really excited. I remember counting down the days for launch, and sure enough, I didn't feel 100% on the day that Killzone 2 released, so I just decided to bail on school and stay home to play the game. I had ordered a copy online, but ironically, that copy didn't arrive, so I ended up going to EB Games that evening to go buy another copy so I could play it, because I was just that excited for this game. I had never done anything like that, and this was kind of the first time I had really gotten swept up in the whole idea of getting a game on launch day, and I ended up returning the unopened one when it arrived next week. I played the game like crazy all week and finished in the top 6% of players on the leaderboards at the end of that, which was really cool to me just to think I was that high up on the leaderboards. I don't know how many people were playing, so I'm not sure what like my rank was, like what number, because if there was like 600,000 people who played it in the first week, 6% is, you know, a decent chunk of people, but I was still pretty high up there. Then the first time I went to PAX was in 2010, and the game I was most excited for, and the only game I really remember playing, was Killzone 3, because I lined up for that, and I was so excited to play the multiplayer, the alpha build of the multiplayer, which was really cool because it was the first time I really got to see big differences between an early version of the game and then the release copy, because the alpha version, you know, you had the squad hut in there, one of the maps looked really different visually, and some of the classes were balanced differently compared to the beta and full release. So it was really interesting, because that was my first time kind of getting to play two very different versions of a game, I guess. I can't lie, I dominated the game, and I still have the t-shirt I got from playing it there, which is really cool. And funny enough, I was actually sick when Killzone 3 released. If you saw the videos on my old channel from around that time, I was actually pretty sick when the game came out, and my shipment didn't arrive until the day after launch day, and so I waited an extra day, and I was homesick, and I got Killzone 3 and the sharpshooter controller for the PlayStation Move, which was really interesting. I played through the campaign using the Move controller, which was different. I'm not a huge fan of the sharpshooter controller itself. It was really awkward to turn to the right to aim, but when you just had, you know, the Move controller and its little nunchuck thing in your hands, man, that thing was accurate. It controlled really nicely. Then there were rumors that Killzone would be re-released on the PlayStation 3 as a PS2 classic, and I was really looking forward to that, because, of course, I have not played the original Killzone at that point, and then it never came out, and then there were rumors that they were going to do an HD remaster, and sure enough, there was an HD remaster, and I picked that up off the PlayStation Store, and here I was, what, I don't know, 6-7 years later, finally getting to play, I guess it was 7, it might have been 8 years later, I think. I was finally sitting down and getting to play the original Killzone and see what that was all about, which was crazy. You know, it took that long, but I'm finally playing it. So I played through that a bunch of times, and it was really cool seeing how much the series evolved from that game to its current iteration. Because it's very different. Like, even Killzone 2 plays very differently from the original Killzone, I think. And then, of course, the PlayStation 4 is announced, and Killzone Shadowfall is announced alongside it, and my excitement just goes through the roof, man. I ordered a PS4 as soon as they announced the price at E3 that year. I had to get one on launch, and I wanted it specifically for Killzone Shadowfall. It was the only game I had for about a month, and I played it almost exclusively until I achieved the Platinum Trophy for it, which matched up with my Platinum Trophies for Killzone HD, Killzone 2, and Killzone 3. In addition to that, I have Killzone Liberation on my PSP. I've never managed to finish it, but I have it, and I've played a bit of Killzone Mercenary on Vita, though I don't own a Vita, so that's like the one game I'm missing in the series, I guess. It's crazy. Killzone has been around for 10 years now. Literally half of my lifetime. I'm 20 years old. The game's been around for half my life. That's crazy. It really is kind of crazy to think about. And it's been the start of so many big moments, I guess, for me. You know, Killzone 2 is, I think, one of the first E3s I ever saw. That E3 2005 trailer was one of the first times I really paid attention. And it was also the first game that I had to get on launch day, and kind of kicked off my obsession with games the way it is today, I guess. 2009 as a whole I've talked about in the past being a big year, but that was the game that started it off in a lot of ways. It still remains one of my favorite series, and I really look forward to what Guerrilla has in store for us next. I wrote like an extended blog piece about my ideas for a sequel to Shadowfall that I called Killzone Outcasts. I'm still not sure about that title. It just fit at the time I was writing it. But anyways, that's kind of my personal journey with the Killzone series over the last 10 years, how it's impacted me as just, I don't know, a gamer, I guess. I don't know, that term's kind of weird these days, but it's just, yeah, it's had an impact on me in my life. It's had a pretty large impact, and that's that. So, I don't know, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I just kind of rambled for a little while about this. Thanks for watching. Again, I hope you enjoyed. Comment, like, subscribe for more stuff whenever I can upload it. You know, real life's taking over these days. But I'm still playing Killzone. I've been playing Call of Duty, so if you want to see more Call of Duty, let me know. If you want to see more Destiny, let me know, because I still have Destiny, and I don't know, I get around to it every once in a while. Yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys next time.